All right, let's get this party started. All right, we back. Yeah, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and papas. Welcome to another episode of the Dad Podcast. I'm DG. My friends call me Deja Vu. I got Bugsy, aka Bimbola, in the building. Oh, Bimbola, aka Bugsy, in the building.
How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing? We're back again. This is
Yeah.
episode 32.
Yep. Episode 32. Um, it's a long time coming, man. We're still in the 30s, man. 30s are not going anywhere. Yeah, so what's going on, man? How was your weekend? We're recording a little bit late today. We're recording on a Wednesday, which is crazy.
Yeah, it was a long weekend. Um, I think it was a good weekend, I think. I
Yeah,
don't
what
even remember what I did. I didn't really do. I think I was kind of busy, but not super busy. But yeah, it was a good weekend overall. I
great.
didn't really do any celebrations or anything.
Yeah, I had to take care of some personal, some personal things. Yeah, which yeah, I don't want to share right now on the pod. So yeah, it was a decent weekend for me, eventful, one for the books. I got it on video though, so soon it's gonna be out. It's gonna be out. Yeah, so yeah, everybody has a good weekend, great weekend. Lots of things are going on in the world. We kind of been overwhelmed with opinions and stuff to even talk about. Uh, we're trying to transition into like of doing some like interview stuff and try to get some guests in and try to get their stories and their background, see what they're doing, what they're up to. Interesting people that people would like to listen to. So that's what we're trying to transition into very soon. But right now we still got some hot topics. Where do you want to start, man? Oh, first before we jump into topics, mental health check. How's the mental health? Good.
It's good. Good. We're good. We're good over here.
Great.
How
Mine
about
is
you?
mine is great also. Um, yeah, like I thank God. It's almost like a gift from God. Like I don't really get mentally stressed. Like that's why it's hard for me to like understand why some people do. Because maybe it's because
I don't
of
know. I'm like that too.
maybe
I'm
sometimes
really like that too.
what really causes like I don't know. Maybe what I think causes it is sometimes you if you live above your means, you might
Mm-hmm.
get mentally like stretched. Because okay, for instance, now if you only earn like $30,000 a year, but your lifestyle is like $60,000, you know what that's gonna do to you mentally. You will be stressed because you'll be probably living on credit on borrowed money. Like it's gonna be like stressful. So it might affect you. Maybe that's what I'm just thinking. That maybe if you're just born into the wrong family, drugs and stuff like that. So who am I to say, man?
Yeah.
But we still have to check ourselves either
No,
way.
I think you're absolutely right though. Those are, I believe, things that actually play, you know, a huge role in the mental health. Because I am kind of like you too. I just feel like I don't the things that I feel like bother a lot of people. To me, it's just like, how come, this thing is like this? It just feels like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like maybe it's because of Igbubu actually. Sometimes I always think
Okay,
of it.
okay. Maybe because of
Maybe it's because of
we went
Igbubu
through
that
a rough background, so all
yeah.
these things are
Sometimes I
just like
think like that.
child's play. Because sometimes I just think, yeah, it's true though. Like if you think about our childhood was really rough. Like as early as what 12, 13. Just think about like the way we're living. It was kind of like a
Mm-hmm.
it just like it's just like you're sowing your manly oats or something. Like you just go live in the wilderness somewhere. That's what it felt like. Oh, you
Exactly.
gotta survive or you die. And if you survive, what like every other challenge is a piece of cake, you know?
I think that's actually where it really is from. I think that's really where it's from.
Yeah, shout out to Lagos
I
State
really
Civil
think that's
Service
where it's
Model
from.
College, Bubu Ikorodu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Bulawa.
Even if I can diss them anytime, it was a rough life, but in hindsight, it was seems like a preparation, you know, for the challenges of the world, because the world is wicked. Like today, I was hearing a story of because my mom is around. I'm hearing she told me a story of a woman that traveled to Ibadan with her kids, and when she just got to like the Ibadan junction or whatever, like she just suddenly just turned, like the wind blew her and she suddenly just went mad, and that's like a sign of mental health. And the kids were displaced, and when they finally found, they were looking for her for like 2 months, and when they finally found her, they were about to even lynch her because they thought she was like a thief or something. You know how Nigerians are now. Any little thing they kill,
Yeah.
they lynch. And if they found out that she was just mentally stressed, you know, with difficulties of the world. So if you don't go through some rigorous process in your youth, how are you going to face, whatever obstacles, you. That's why sometimes I think
I
maybe
get the real
rich.
world actually. When the real
Yeah.
world, when you're actually, when you're becoming independent, how you going to be able to
Hmm.
face all those things.
Yeah, like that's why sometimes, man, there's a gift and a curse for rich kids. Like
Mm-hmm.
rich kids, like they don't really face so much mental, like they don't really face rigorous training or whatever. They have been pampered a lot. So when they get it, they face any kind of adversity, they easily just fall into a depression.
Version.
You know. So man, we're just rambling right now. we're
No,
not
you're
even
not though.
we're not even
You're
mental
speaking
mental
facts though,
health
but it's true.
psychologists and stuff. But me, I'm just speaking from my own perspective. You know.
Which is also very similar to my perspective as well.
Yeah, because we have like similar backgrounds now, so
Mm.
that's why.
And I also feel that maybe the fact that our generation, we kind of like witnessed a whole bunch of things. So we like saw the whole analog, the whole analog. We witnessed the transition from
The
analog to
analog to
digital.
digital. Hmm.
We witnessed the end of of an old millennial and start and the beginning of a new millennial.
Hmm.
Not a lot of people actually, not a lot of generations, or not a lot of people in a lifetime witnesses that. We witnessed the start of internet, right? So internet actually became a really, really big thing, very huge thing. Is like a whole world of its own now. So I feel like our generation, because we came before it, we're able to handle it a lot more. Like we're able to like, instead of just being attached to it, we can always detach ourselves from it sometimes if we want to, right? And actually go back to reality.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
feel maybe that it also could play a part.
yeah. Because if you think about the people that grew up on social media, and
Mm-hmm.
most times they go through this social media like bullies and stuff, and it affects them in the real world mentally. When
Mentally, it does,
if it happens to like someone like me or you, like I can just delete the app or just turn off my phone. I just not log in for like a
right?
month or two. I just forget about, like, okay, like
Because
you, you know
you know the time when it wasn't even a
there
thing,
was
like,
nothing.
right?
Like, you remember when we were kids that you want to see somebody, you have to go to the person's house and shout their name.
I
Like
saw
you can't
something
even
on the
call them.
internet today. I saw something on the internet this morning. It was like there was like a painting, a picture, sorry. And then you remember how you would like sketch or like draw, like, something like sketch on like the eyebrows and like they drew out
Yeah.
the
Uh-huh.
beards and stuff. And that was my the meme was like, this was my Photoshop back then. And I
That
was
was the
like, this is
photo.
actually true.
That was the Photoshop before.
That was the
Wait,
Photoshop
that was
back
the
then.
Photoshop before even. Is it okay? Yeah. What was the one people use? Okay, it's still Photoshop. Yeah. There's one that people started using. The early one. I forgot. Oh man, I remember. But
That was
Photoshop was
like
the
the
big one.
earliest
Mm.
one, right?
Yeah, like you just shit everything quickly. Crazy man. There's so many
And
things
it's
like
so
that.
funny too. I was having a conversation with somebody similar. Um, she has like I think maybe about 6 or 7 year old, or maybe an 8 year old that doesn't really know how to use write with a pencil or a pen because they
Doesn't know how
don't
to write with
necessarily
a
do that.
pen.
Yeah, because I feel that they don't necessarily teach them. Everything is more computer now. Like everybody just does things, type on their laptops and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is it gonna become a thing then in like maybe 200 or 100 years from now? Like writing is just gonna be luxury. Like if you know how to write, you know, yeah, it's like, can you teach me how to write?
I
Or
mean,
it's like writing
it's
just gonna be a data thing.
if you think about it, like the previous 100 years, it was writing, and the previous like 5 or 1,000 years, it wasn't even writing on paper. It was writing on like maybe like goat skin or
Hieroglyphs, yeah.
stuff. Then 1,000 or 2,000 years, it was writing on stone. Now we're
Stone,
writing
yeah.
on virtual like nothing. When we're writing on space, on air, and you know, so it's only going to evolve either way. So I don't think it's something. Yeah, it's gonna go out of style. It's not gonna be something that you can write like well, it to be out of to be old, to be obsolete, like the telephone with the robot thing, old and obsolete. Nobody cares about that
See, we
anymore.
witnessed all those things when cell phones were still like big as. Remember those
Yeah.
old big, the
Wait, you
first
remember?
ever cell
You
phone?
remember Turaya, the one that was big?
Even the big Turaya. So but even Turaya was even more newer technology. Like first generation cell phones, those big ones with the, those long big ones that will be big and has like slim long antenna like this.
Yeah,
I remember those first generation cell phones, telephones.
yeah.
No, what were they? Yes, cellular phones. The words, those were the cellular
Cellular
phones.
phones, cellular. Yeah, before the invention of Nokia and all those bullshit. Yeah, man. So it is what it is. If you're going through some mental stress, call somebody. Therapy is good. I mean, you don't have to even wait to have a problem before you go to the therapist. You can go to the therapist to just figure out how to solve the problem before it comes. So if you got the money, the funds, yeah, go pay some extra dollars to get yourself mentally checked. It is what it is. Yeah. So let's move into our topics for today. Um, what where would you like to start?
Uh, let's start with DMX.
Yeah, DMX, man.
X.
Oof. You know
Prayers, 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 prayers,
that story,
prayers for
man. Like
DMX.
when it came out, it was like it wasn't really shocking
Yeah, it wasn't
because
shocking.
this is not the first time DMX is gonna overdo. For those that don't know, DMX overdosed on drugs and is currently in a vegetative state in the hospital. He's in a coma right now. They said he lost a lot of oxygen to his brain, so it's in a critical condition. So prayers to X and his family and every friend that are close to him and stuff. Yeah, so it wasn't kind of because this is not the first time X has been addicted to or overdose on drugs. He said he was introduced to crack when he was like was 16 or something like that by his godfather or something, someone that he looked up to like a mentor. And since then he has been addicted to crack, in and out of jail and stuff like that. So it's been like a monkey on his back for years.
Yeah,
For
it's been the
years.
battle he's struggling with.
Yeah, so it's tough. It's tough, man. DMX right now. Um, they're saying he's likely not going to be able to make it. You know, it's because even if he makes it, it might just be like a a vegetable. So it's tough that we have to see some of the greats because DMX in his prime, he was like greater than the likes of Jay-Z now.
Of
You know?
course, yeah.
Yeah, it
DMX
was.
was, yeah, for those, a lot of young guys won't even know what that era was like.
Yeah,
Oh, that DMX
they
Rough
won't know
Rider.
now. They will go do their own homework and find out. DMX dropped 2 albums in a year, and they both went platinum. So yeah, it's DMX is top dog back then. And we saw that Rough Riders. We saw the Rough Rider. Oh, did you see it? The Rough Riders documentary where they talked about
No, I
his
didn't.
his struggles and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, if you saw it, it was interesting. It was interesting, but hopefully, it might come out of this. Hopefully, it might come out of it. But it's a very sad situation that DMX in. Even when I saw it, I started remembering that his song. Yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. Yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I gotta get up.
Now
Yeah,
DMX, he says a lot of prayers in the songs
yeah, and
too, right?
he
There
always
was,
prays in his albums, and so
the is hot. Is what's the album? Is Dark and Hell is Hot.
the great.
It was mostly prayers.
There was one album also, the Great Depression. That album too was a very, he was praying in that album too. Yeah, so hopefully, man, hopefully Jeremy comes out of this state. He's in a really bad
Yeah,
shape.
prayers to his kids, his
Yeah,
family member.
his god kids, his family, his wife, I think his ex-wife or whatever. Yeah, it was just prayers to him, man. It's tough. It's tough. Oh, yeah.
On a more lighter note, Forbes came out with their list yesterday. He came out with their list of the billionaires, top 10 billionaires. Came up with a list of top African icons. I don't know of top 10 billionaires. I know not in any particular order because I don't have the list in front of me or anything. Um,
Please, I want to see the order. Please, I want to see.
Elon Musk,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Bezos.
Oh, okay.
Um, there was a guy
I thought you were talking
which I
about.
forgot.
I thought you were talking about the top 10 list for the Nigerian musicians.
Oh, I haven't even gotten to that one yet.
Okay. All right, continue. Yeah.
There was this one guy that I forgot his name actually. That's why I was like, I don't have his list. Then I think there was Mark Zuckerberg, then Bill Gates, then Warren Buffett. I forgot the other people, the other three people on the list as well.
There are some people that have been, they're like regulars in the billionaire list. Like,
Oh yeah.
like
Bill Gates has been there since wasn't it like 20 years now
yeah, like
straight?
Bill Gates has been
Like
there
top
forever.
5 for like
While
20 years straight.
Warren Buffett comes in and out, he's like an OG there too.
But he's been in the top 5 for like 20 years straight, so even maybe 35 years straight.
Yeah, the newcomers are just Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, but they're the ones that are topping right now. They're like the new
Yeah, even
guys are coming.
okay, new, yeah, they're even the newest, I think, in the top.
Yeah. So what's
It's
up with
funny how we kind of like. It's funny how it kind of like fluctuates though, because I remember when Bill Gates was always number one, number two, number one, number two, but now it's like like number 6.
Yeah, well, Bill Gates, remember he gave like half of his wealth away, so it's crazy that
Also, new person on the billionaires list is Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian just joined the B list. Just joined the billionaire. I wonder what she's selling that she's a billionaire.
Well, they said is due to KKW Beauty Skin and Cares, Beauty and Skins, I guess.
Okay, that's possible because
KKW
if
Kardashian West, I guess.
If our sister Kylie can be a billionaire over lipstick, You know, she can be too because she has all
Yeah,
those
so I
things.
mean, and she's like, she deserves it because she's the face of the family. I feel she's the one that really, really, really,
Yeah, made them
you
blow up.
know, yeah.
She's the one that made them blow up. Plus, I mean, Kanye is like
And
what,
she's
like
like,
six. Kanye is what,
she's
like
in.
6 billion. So it's only right.
Plus, even if you look back at her, she's been hustling different businesses and stuff from time, like a fashion line, boutique line,
Yeah,
the
yeah, definitely.
TV, you know, endorsements, the whole everything, everything, everything.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah,
to Kim K.
yeah. Shout out to Kim Kardashian, man.
Also, on the Forbes, the speaking of the Forbes too, they came up with the African iconic list, and number one on the list was
Wait, African iconic or is it Forbes? Like, is it like
yeah, Forbes
richest, or
Africa.
is it like richest? Did they put their value there?
No, they didn't put like value. They said iconic.
That's so vague. Like, so how are they quantifying how iconic they are? What's their like what's the measurement? What are they using to like measure whether how iconic they are?
I think it's their presence in like uh the the world or as in Africa as a whole in terms of like success in project and things like that.
Ah
Because
man,
the
that
reason why I think like that is because if you look at the number one to number five, right, they're all music artists and they're all from Nigeria.
man.
Like number one on the list is Davido, right? Davido
Yeah.
is like nobody's doing numbers as much as Davido. Davido is like everywhere, right? Number two is like Wizkid. He just got a Grammy with Beyonce, right? Number three is Mr. Easy. Mr. Easy
Mr.
is
Easy,
really been out
yeah,
there.
his business acumen is like even like he even features they even call him for all those Latin America. He does like crazy. He knows how to do this music business.
His music business.
He knows how to do it.
Number
Then,
four is Burna Boy.
but boy. Well, I just we don't want to just criticize the way it's too vague. They should have put something there to quantify how they got to
Got to the
that assumption that they are the most iconic. I thought it was actually based on their financial situation, but yeah, turned out not to be. So I'm not impressed with that at all.
yeah. What else you got? What else is
Um,
going on?
yeah, recently, about I think last week, a black man drove into the Capitol of the United States, and right now because of the insurrection back in I think February, there's a lot of police officers over there. Like a lot of uh like barricades and stuff
Huh?
in the Capitol. So a black man, uh, he drove his car into Capitol with the barricades and killed a cop, but he was shot dead and injured one other. So after some they started doing some investigation on him, and they found out that he is a follower of the Nation of Islam. So now they are blaming the Nation of Islam for what he did. I mean, the media is blaming Nation of Islam. So yeah, it's crazy, right? That's what's going on right now.
That's crazy though. That's stupid to just blame it on religion though, because I feel like that's just a person that just wants to commit suicide. Like, what do you think is gonna happen if you know, it? I feel like
Yeah,
that's is like I know this is like the best way if you think okay, maybe if you're too chicken to commit suicide.
it's something that you was probably going through some mental stress or
Mm-hmm.
something, because it's crazy that you just think about someone that will just drive into a heavily guarded place and try to just cause some kind of, I think they say it was brandishing a knife or something like that. But the crazy thing is this guy is a black guy. Huh? Now they're blaming the Nation of Islam, which is kind of crazy. Like, there's before that 2 weeks ago, some white guys went into stores and they shot people, went into like spas, killed people. Do you know these guys are still alive? They
Mm.
killed multiple people. but
Yeah.
they caught them alive. But the so-called black guy that drove into a capital happened to kill one person, brandishing a knife. He was shot dead. There was no effort to restrain him at all. So it just shows you how they don't really value you know a black man's life, no matter how, even whether you commit a grave crime, and they will blame a whole entire religion on on just one.
On just one stupid
So those other white guys that are
one person's
Christians,
act.
why didn't they go blame all the bishops
All the
or the
Catholics or
pastors?
all the exactly.
Yeah, it just seems weird to do that kind of thing, but I guess this is what it is, man. Black man is at the bottom of the totem pole in America, man. It is what it is. Yeah. Champions League right now is going on. Yeah, for those that watch soccer, we got Champions League is back. Yesterday, who played yesterday, Seth? Okay, let me just talk about today. Today, PSG played Bayern Munich. PSG beat Bayern Munich 3-2. Chelsea
Yes.
played Porto 2-0. Okay, yesterday was Man City Dortmund. Man City won 2-1. You don't care about soccer, no?
It's
Yeah.
not that I don't care about soccer. I just don't stay home enough to watch to be able to watch soccer.
Yeah. Then Real Madrid beat Liverpool 3-1. I was trying I tweeted at Josh. Did you respond? He was probably upset. I said, see your team dead. Your team is dead. Liverpool. Yeah, so yeah, it is what it is. That's Champions League. Tomorrow's Europa League. For those that watch soccer, that's my one of my hobbies right there. So yeah. You got anything else?
Yeah, what's going on with COVID in the States?
Oh, with COVID,
Uh-huh.
Biden after his first 100 days, was able to do at least 100 million doses of vaccine. So now he's pushing for 200 million doses. So it's readily available right now. Before it was available for just the elderly, but now they dropped the age range to I think somewhat maybe 18. I don't think kids are doing it yet. They're giving kids yet and pregnant women. So it's kind of available in regular pharmacies and stuff. Government is paying for that, so they're trying to make sure the economy is not affected. And it's crazy. It has actually boosted the economy. Like
Economic.
the economy saw like a decrease from 6% to 5% recently. So it shows that it's actually helping. Plus the stimulus checks and all those other things. So, but the thing is, with long time, we don't know what's gonna happen, whether there's gonna be like a resurgence or what's gonna happen. But right now, everything seems to be okay. And the way they are doing it is almost like you probably won't be able to travel without having the vaccine. So, yeah. So that's what's going on right now in America.
Man, in Canada, that where you guys is neighbor, it's a totally different case here. Like you said, you guys have been able to get about 100 million people vaccinated. That's more than twice the population of Canada. That's about maybe just about twice the population of Canada. And
Mm.
then we haven't even been able to vaccinate, I think, half the population yet.
Wow.
So due to that, we are having increase in the numbers of the variants in particular cities, like in particular provinces. So Ontario, as of I think today or maybe tomorrow. Was it today? Today, Wednesday, or maybe tomorrow. Officially, they're going back into a lockdown.
Damn, Ontario is going back into a lockdown.
Like the entire province, not even like the city of Toronto. The entire province of Ontario is going back into a
Wow.
lockdown. Even my city, even my province, actually, as of yesterday, I think afternoon, um, yeah, we're back to limited gathering, no more indoor dining, um, 15% capacity, things like that. I can't go back to the gym. Like
Wow. Gyms are
it's
closed
just
again.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we don't want right now in America. So they're really pushing for that vaccine. Your president should do better now. I thought he was a good guy. He knows what he was doing.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, there's provinces that have absolutely
Oh,
no.
so okay, so it depends on
Yeah,
the
it's
province.
just yeah. So it's just depending on the province. Like
I think
Ontario
it's
right
here.
now.
I think it's like that here too. But I'm just talking on a federal level. There are some
Mhm.
states that just still have they have surges, but federally, it's like they are pushing.
Yeah, definitely way
Mhm.
more than
Yeah.
the Canadian governments are. Because
Yeah.
I think we are relying. I think I could be wrong on. I could be wrong about this though. I think what happened is the when the countries were actually trying to, I guess, bid or get these vaccines. I think the ones we initially settled for, they kind of like didn't agree on it. So it now got to a situation where we had to like start depending on, you know, late orders or like waiting for America or something like that.
Mm. In America, they have so many options. Like so many pharmaceutical companies are ready to cash out. America, we love capitalism, so they have so many options and too many beads and different types of vaccines. So
Yeah,
there's
I think that was
and
the initial problem with the Canadian one. They were very indecisive, I think. And the ones when they first decided, it was like, oh, it's not maybe good enough. And then maybe they had already put out so much other depending on it. And then it's kind of like back to square one now. So where do we go? But I'm sure like, they'll get it done. Everybody, like, I'm not in a rush to.
yeah, I'm not in a rush to get it anyway, but they might make it mandatory if you want to travel and stuff like that. But till then, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just want them to keep on improving until they have the best version, because all these initial versions are just like trial and error and stuff like that. So once they have
Mhm.
like the best version of what the vaccine, we'll definitely take it. All right, all right. You got anything else?
Um,
If no,
no.
let's go to new music. You guys, what's going on with new music? Uh, New music. Lil TJ is a rapper. He dropped an album. Demi Lovato also dropped an album. Remember Demi Lovato that she OD'd too?
Yeah.
Yeah. This Justin Bieber EP has been out for a while now. Freedom. It's been out for a while, right?
Yeah.
I think we
Well,
just
Justin Bieber will always be Justin Bieber, right?
he lives in Canada, I think, or he lives in LA, right? I don't know.
He lives in
Maybe
Canada.
okay. Okay. Because I know he's always in LA.
But isn't that where they make money?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, that's it for me for new music, man.
Um, what do I got? Mr. P.
Oh, Mr. P.
Yeah, he dropped a visual for one of his projects because he dropped an EP, I think, sometime last month because we're in a new month right now.
Okay.
Dropped an EP. Um, Rema also unveils the video for Bounce.
Yeah, yeah. I saw like a snippet of that. Yeah, it's a lot of booty shaking and stuff. Don Jazzy
Remember
was
that artist Check?
yeah,
Zoom,
check.
zoom, zoom.
Yeah,
That guy,
we played
yeah.
him as a sleeper here.
Yeah, he's also dropping a track today with Fireboy DML.
Fireboy. I should play a Fireboy song. I think Fireboy dropped a new track called Sere with Spinall and yeah, with Spinall, new DJ Spinall. Yeah, then also Bella Shmurda, he dropped a new track also with Dangbana Republic. That guy Bella Shmurda is that guy is doing things though. That is his weird name. Even Bobby Shmurda says he's gonna drop a song soon. I think probably next week. So She's probably working in the studio. People can't wait for that.
Did you see that interview with on Bounce with Ebuka and Don Jazzy?
Okay, I heard about it. I didn't see it. That he talked about why he doesn't want to get married because he was apparently he had been married before, and
Uh-huh.
he showed pictures and stuff. Yeah, and the recent picture of his wife came out, and she was looking like like a 10 and stuff. But she said she's
Yeah,
married. Yeah, she has kids and stuff. So yeah, you never know what people have gone through, man. It's just life. Everybody will they just bash it or just go and marry. Don't you know that? You don't know what kind of thing he has gone through, but now he just opened up, and people kind of understand why.
understand exactly.
Yeah.
I think there were like two parts to the interview.
Mm. Yeah, I've been getting some kind of allergies right now, man. I think it's that time of the year. Once spring comes and all the pollen start flying in the air, my eyes start itching and start getting some running nose and stuff.
Yeah, I've been getting runny nose too.
Yeah, it's that time of the year, man. Wow, so let's move on to our sleeper segments. Um, oh man, so that's Fireboy and DJ Spinall. Jekalo Sere. Hope you like that. What you got, Bimbo?
Um, my artist today is actually an local artist here in Edmonton. Goes by K-riz. The title of the song is called "What a Shame."
All right.
Enjoy.
All right, guys. I've come to an end of another episode of the Dad Podcast. Once again, well, it's finally playing. Hmm? Okay, let me continue.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
sorry, my bad.
yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Bimbo, you got any housekeeping items?
Yeah, to all our fans, thanks for listening. This is episode 32. You can always send us an email at thatpodcast@gmail.com. You can tweet us a tweet on Twitter at thatpodcast1. On IG is thatpodcast. You can also find us on Radio Republic. We're on Google Podcast. We're on Anchor at That Podcast. For my last words, there's more than enough. There's more than enough love to go around. All you have to do is share.
All right, there you have it. There you have it. I just want to say, life is a series of moments and moments pass. So let's make this one last like it's all that we have. I'll bid you guys adieu, dabo, daro. Bye bye. See you next time. Peace out.
All right, peace.